there's no flexibility available in the draft. You already know Clock or Tusk is going to be the 5, the Mars is going to be the off lane. Maybe Mars can go middle, but even then, like this double melee offlaners, this Lich is just going to smash them.
Yeah. Let's get an Undying for EHOME Immortal. Just to really smash it home.
It wouldn't even be that bad if they picked Undying and they put the Lich in the offlane or something like that, but they're going to go with the Pango instead. Solid hero. Get some more team fight for your own side here. You get that rolling thunder in. Mars can't do anything about that. Tusk can't do anything. Actually, surprisingly, they got quite a few terrain kind of heroes, right? They got the Clock, the Cogs, like he can block the Pango ultimate. The Tusk shards can do that too.
Terrain heroes. I mean, I've never heard that term before, but I definitely know what you mean. You've got lots of stuff for the Pangolin to bounce off, so they could certainly send him flying where he doesn't want to go. Can work against him, though.
Right, maybe the Pango wasn't the best pick. I feel they need something like Death Prophet, right? Some percentage-based damage hero that can also provide you with that team fight with the Exorcism. They have to deal with two things, and you got the Lich Shield too that can help the DP stay alive longer in the fights.
Yeah,
quite nice. Do you remember Frost Shield? Lich Frost Shield? The one where it gives you armor.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah.
Or Frost Armor, that's what it's called. Not Frost Shield, Frost Armor, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's basically the better version of the Ogre Frost Mages.
Yeah, it was so boring.
Super dull. Yeah, this one's way cooler.
And then you also eat the creeps. So you pretty much only had 2 spells. You got the nuke and then you got the ultimate. And then it was kind of like an Enigma who just removed experience from your opponent. It was literally one of the most boring heroes ever to play. This new Lich, so fun.
Yeah, they've given him some spells, which is always improves a hero. Just ask Wraith King. But I did enjoy playing Wraith King when he literally only had 1 spell. You're just like,
I think it was more fun than
Live in Lichery. Oh no, I love the skeletons too much to say that. My Skelebros are the dream. So I like some games they're gonna do exactly what I want. Some games they're just gonna go in solo Roche. You know, it's not up to me. It's up to them.
Morphling picked out from DeMonster now. This hero again, like game 1, but now he's gonna be laning with a Clock or a Tusk. Ooh, I think Tiny mid is not terrible. Maybe they just picked all these strength heroes because of the Tiny, but then that's so like, it's not what you want to do. Oh, Leshrac?
Alright, this is their idea to counter TB, for sure.
No. Now the Tiny has to go mid, I think. Or Pango. Even the Pango core of this game could be interesting. Like, Lesh gets hard countered by Pangolier.
Really?
And then you have to worry about the Tiny Toss combo too. Very hard. There's a very good reason why this hero is never picked.
Yeah, it doesn't stand well against burst. I know that much for sure because, you know, whilst he does do a lot of damage, if you can just kind of throw your Tiny at him, blow him up, and then finish him off with a couple of right clicks or a nice jump in from the Pango. I always like to see Leshrac with save, honestly. Like, I don't like seeing Leshrac if he doesn't have like an Oracle or a Dazzle or something like that to help him out, even Venge.
Yeah.
The hero is just too much of a liability if you don't have a support which can save him. I mean, you've got Tusk, right? Like, it's kind of like save XXL, you know? No, not XXL. For some reason I thought I meant extra light. Diet save, that's what it is. It's diet save with the Tusk. Snowball is just a non-reliable save spell. Even if he gets a blink, it's not like gonna do that much. Yeah, not a fan of this Leshrac pick, I'll be perfectly real with you. But I mean, if the Tusk can pull off some amazing saves, then it might work. And now, EHOME model, they're going to grab the Mirana. Okay, interesting final pick from them. And that is going to be their mid lane, it looks like. Let's see, actually. They could still put a Tiny mid.
Middle.
Yeah.
And they're going to put the Mirana in the off lane or support here against the Morphling, just to be able to right-click him. You don't want to have 2 melee heroes against Morphling. That sounds really bad. So... And Tiny Core is really good this game because you get to burst the Leshrac and the Morph, the 2 cores. Like, I mean, Clock Tusk, obviously they're strength heroes, but they will still die too. Oh no, they did it! Oh, they put the Mirana as the core, and now they're gonna have 2 strength heroes versus Morphling. Oh no.
Don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you. Creative draft from EHOME Immortal.
Why? I mean, maybe it doesn't even matter. Maybe DeMonster are so tilted they're gonna lose to this anyway. But like putting Mirana middle against Leshrac, why? Like Tiny is amazing against Leshrac. Absolutely amazing. If he runs into you, all you have to do is toss him into the tower. And then you have all this burst damage available as a Tiny, as a core this game. Damn. I mean, I get how like the Mirana would never die to the Lesh, but Mirana core very questionable, sir.
Yeah, they're taking things in an interesting direction, EHOME Immortal. Definitely trying to push the limits of what this TP can do when it comes to carrying their team. But, you know, I still like the supporting cast. I still, it's Pangolier offlane into the Morphling. I like that a lot. I like the Lich into this game, just feels super value, and anybody who gets hook-shotted or jumped or whatever by that Morphling, it's going to be a big deal. Also helps out a little bit about the Diabolic Edict as well. I think it's important to note that this is a hero that can come back by himself and kind of stop the Leshrac from just kind of taking your racks with that Frost Shield.
It's really everything but the Mirana pick. It seems like a really solid draft in my opinion. I just don't know what this Pango offlane with the Tiny is going to be able to accomplish bottom. That's my only concern in this. And this is also a double melee strength heroes versus Clockwork position 5 too.
Yeah.
So it's gonna get some really good battery assaults and cogs up, and Morphling is just gonna be free farming in this lane. By the way, this Mirana has an 800 USD mount.
What, in the really the little bunny is worth that much?
Yes.
Oh yeah, this was the one which was out for a while and then got taken off the market. Oh no, you could only get it with if you bought like a statue or something from the Dota store, and it was like only up for like a week or something. Yeah, I remember all that.
It was some expensive item. I think it was like some Mirana bow or something. I don't even know.
30 seconds.
Yeah, but yeah, anyway, like it came from one of those things worth $800, man. Maybe you just want to show off his Mirana set.
I want to flex on some fools this game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, the bunny's pretty ugly.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I was just looking at it, I'm like, would I pay $800 for this? No. Would I pay $8 for this? No.
Funny.
Yeah, like the newer one, which came in the Immortals,
the
Treasure 1 is way better, way better. Not as good as Legion though. I'm in love with that Legion set. I'm just holding back. I've already dropped.
I didn't get it, dude.
You didn't get one?
No, I bought 15 or whatever to get all of them, and I got just all of them but the Legion.
Okay, I bought 28 to get the Void, but I haven't got the Legion.
28? Why? Twice?
Yeah, 14 times 2. It's where we be. I'm tempted to get some more, but I'm holding on, guys. I don't know. Chat, should I do it? Should I keep on buying treasures to get the Legion Commander?
Just buy it in the freaking market when it's out there.
Yeah, true. It's probably a safe way to do it. But that's no fun, you know. That doesn't satisfy my non-existent gambling addiction.
Oh, yeah.
Gambling addiction is one of those things I just never really got, which is probably not the stream to be discussing this. So anyway, I'm just going to take out some creeps in the middle lane. And Leshrac is just kind of doing his thing with his Lightning Storm. He's chilling. He's chilling. I'm interested to see how this mid lane goes. I mean, so far so good for the Mirana.
Yeah, I think the Leshrac is going to be free farming. I don't think there's too much threat out onto him. Maybe if he gets arrowed randomly. But top though, that's the weak lane. Milio does. Also 2 strength heroes up, getting wrecked.
Blimey, didn't see that one coming. Sorry, need to wake up in this game number 2. But yeah, that's gonna be the Mars going down.
I literally just told you he's dying.
I know. Well, you said he was having trouble in the top lane. I mean, that can be open to interpretation. Yeah, he could be missing a creep. He could be getting pulled or something. I don't know. But nevertheless, Meliodas has fallen. Meanwhile, the Tusk is actually taking these creeps behind the tower here. It seems like the wrong way around things are usually supposed to go, but Meliodas is just going to try and tank the creeps and keep them away from his tower. But yeah, Shearer's going to come in and just pressure him into putting him under the tower instead.
God, some creeps. I mean, this Lich TB lane is not a joke, and the March shouldn't even be dying there because he knows that the Tusk is actually pulling the creep wave, trying to waste out that time on the Metamorph. So if you guys play against Terrorblade, and he pops meta level 1, the best and most logical thing to do is just drag the second creep. So you waste out the duration on the meta.
True enough.
And then you can fight him, because Terrorblade without meta is pretty useless.
feel bad for the Tusk as well, you know. My man's like, guys, I'm gonna go pull, you know. Oh, nice spear back here actually, as they do manage to get a decent amount of damage. But EHOME also, he's getting hit, dude. He needs to run. The Tusk is the one really in trouble. As Shiro just turns it around on him. EHOME will survive this, and Mars, he's not stopping, but maybe he should. He does have a spear though. Can he finish the job? What?
Wait, what?
What?
What? Why didn't it drag the terrible? What?
It pushed him aside even. That does that when you have someone skewered to it. That was just straight up bug, man.
Yeah. Listen, free game, beta game, no bitching, alright, Nomad?
Sorry, sir. Yeah, no, my bad, you know. Just be grateful
why
that
you
these
don't have
small
a
indie
Legion
developers
commander,
have made
Nomad.
this game. Yeah, that's why I don't have my TI invite.
It's like Gaben don't give me the Legion Commander set.
Oh no. Sorry, great game, amazing game. That mechanic there, just to push the TP out the way, exactly what we expected. Anyway, let's have a look at bottom, because we've neglected our bottom lane here, but that's because it's pretty boring. It's going to be a Morphling farming into a Pangolier, Mimon supports having a bit of a pull duel down here. Actually, the Tiny's heading towards mid without mana. He will have toss available. That is it. How much work can he do with this toss?
I guess a toss onto the Mirana, then the Starstorm combo.
They're going for it. Toss back onto him here. Is it going to be enough? They've got the arrow onto him. A little bit more will be required. They're going. They got to jump into the tower for it. And with the Diabolic Edict in the tower, not quite enough to finish off the Mirana, though she probably wants to die here anyway. Oh, they're going to play for the runes.
Yeah. But
shot!
Here.
Oh! I mean,
in the end.
it's fine. There was a Clockwork guarding the other rune. She wasn't getting it anyway. She probably wanted to die. Maybe not the best to give the XP to the Tusk, but yeah, I mean, that's going to happen regardless.
It's okay. They weren't going to get the runes, no matter what. Two supports on the side of DeMonster already rotating for that stuff. Oh, Clockwork? Nah. He's not going to go in for that. There's two TPs coming out. Whoa. Lich also TP'd in there. That was a long TP from the Mirana. It feels like at the end of the day that Leshak dying didn't really accomplish anything for EHOME Immortal. And they probably lost more than they actually got something. Yep.
Wiped the tiny rotation, opening up the bottom lane.
Yeah, exactly. Tiny rotation, then the Lich TP mid, then the Mirana died as well. And the support is the one who got it. Like, the support's getting kills this early in the game is absolutely... can be game-changing, right? The Tusk is already level 4.
There's Tiny trying so hard to go for the bounty here. Mirana actually going to commit to the clock here, trying to finish him off, and should be able to get at least this kill. Meanwhile, EHOME going around the other way, trying to avoid the Mirana and her terrifying rabbit.
Terrifying.
Meanwhile, Leshak just pushing in mid. She's on this this Edict. Good spell. Edict. He's actually maxed it. I was interested to see what kind of build he goes for this game, and Mirana just goes hard onto him here, knowing that that Edict's on cooldown, and that's his only ability worth its salt. Taken out of the mix. I need wrapping around back here. He's got to be a little bit cautious, though. This ain't happening, son. Yeah, he's got to chill out. Clockwork TP's back in. A lot of pressure being put in this mid lane. I mean, both teams kind of feeling that these mid laners are going to be the trend setters, the tempo setters of this match, so starting to put a lot of pressure onto it.
Right, because the Leshak is a little bit vulnerable in this lane, right? If there's a tiny toss, whatever, Mirana can just burst down the Leshak, so they really want to be able to protect the Lesh as well. That's why they're spending so much time sticking around in this area on both teams.
Toss, Clock, he's getting chopped up here. Meanwhile, in comes a Tusk trying to take down the Tiny. Tiny is going to get himself killed off. A Lightning Bolt will finish the job. Meanwhile, Mirana, she needs to get herself out. She tries to finish off the Clockwork, but not quite able to do so as the action continues in this middle lane. They're just brawling down here. This is feeling reminiscent of some SEA Dota.
Yeah, it's just, again, everything is just playing around because of the Leshak, right? It's such a vulnerable hero. There's so many things that you have to do. If there was a Shadow Fiend in this game, it would be very similar to that too. Where one team is trying to kill that hero, the other team is trying to protect it, so... But I think the big winner from all this is definitely going to be the Morphling, right? But I actually, TB is very farmed too. I guess has a lot to do with the fact they got first blood in this game. Got that real quick second Wraith band. And this Mars is coming up.
Not a great hiding place there. He's going to get chopped up, but thankfully the Tusk comes in with a nice shards to save his life.
I fully expect the Mars to get level 6 and have the Leshak TP into his lane now and just kill this Terrorblade ASAP. It's a big problem terribly. They got a good ward though, right in front of the tower, the tier 1 tower here. Top, so that's gonna actually stop any rotations from the Lesh.
Okay, guys, Theban, the geniuses in Twitch chat has figured it out for us what happened with the TB thing.
Okay.
He pressed Conjure Image as the spear came out, so the illusion just immediately died to it, but it meant the spear had technically hit something, so it wouldn't hit the TB. What a genius. And you guys are so smart, guys. You guys are so smart. Oh, now they're flaming us. Oh, no. What an unexpected turn. Tusk. And Leshrac gonna secure this. Mwah, chef's kiss on that one. That is an arcane rune, Leshrac. Nobody better. As he's looking to go in for this one right now. Popping that arcane rune, popping the edict, looking for a tiny. Oh my goodness, where is he going, son? He is just taken down out there by that edict. Yeah, that's a 0 armor target into Diabolic Edict. You ain't living through that one, sweetheart. You are not living through that one. Cheeky little bottle refill whilst we're at it. Oh, they tried to refill 2 bottles, but they failed.
He didn't have enough salt. I think he failed there. He didn't realize he had to refill so many bottles.
Yeah, trying to trade items and bottle up at the same time. Jesus, too much for one little clock.
See, what's your excuse for missing that mirror image? My excuse is I blinked. What's yours?
My excuse is that I am actually 2K trash, as chat says.
Alright, top lane. Mars drops the ultimate, doesn't really do anything
Yeah, this is getting real awkward real quick here. Meliodas trying to moonwalk his way to safety, but unfortunately there's no getting out of this one, sweet. You are dead. Meliodas is going to lose his life. And the Tusk is sticking around rather a long time, and that's because they got heroes coming in around the back. They've got that edict, they're looking for a target. Unfortunately, the cogs don't quite land onto the Lich, and meanwhile, they're just going to turn around and deal with AA harder now. Leshrac looking for his target. That is going to be Planet. He is just getting absolutely melted by the magic damage from the Lesh. But now, the retaliation coming in as 5-9 joins this fight. Nice jukes out from the Clockwork, though. Doing a bit of Indiana Jones, and the cogs coming down as well, but it doesn't really make a difference. The Swashbuckler is still going to find him, and the damage from the Mirana's in as well, so they will find that one. Meanwhile, at mid, though, the Leshrac's actually having to back away from Shiro. Z comes into his middle lane, recognizing how strong his hero actually is, and forcing out the TPs into the middle lane. Okay, a decent amount of damage on the tower as well, yeah.
Top and now to mid, and the Terrorblade pop in the meta. This is giving a lot of free time for the Morphling. Oh, Tiny. What you doing there, homie? Trying to go for the bounty. Oh, is he actually going to get both? Oh, he is.
He's doing well. He's doing well. Meanwhile, the top lane, though, we've got a bit of a kerfuffle going on right now. ZZQ is going to be the target, and once again, absolutely evaporating, setting it a lot right now, and that's because this Leshrac is doing hella work when he finds a hero to do it to. Now looking over towards the Mirana. Oh, he's found the Arcane Ring as well. Love that.
Best item. For
Arcane
any
Ring. Yeah. I mean, if you have an core in your game, then Arcane Ring is hands down the best item you can find. I mean, the stats on this thing are insane. 10 intelligence and 2 armor is ridiculous. Like, the active isn't really that important, but...
How about forest, bro? Oh, they're actually still going top.
Whoa! Mirana, that was actually so unlucky for them. We'll get back to that in a minute, but the Mirana's getting soloed by the Clockwork. Will die regardless. Meanwhile, Meliodas and R are already dead, and now they're going to be able to find the Clockwork as well. It's going to be a pretty clean wipe from EHOME Immortal up at top, other than the Mirana, who sadly met her fate. A Tusk. Oh my god, he actually gets a turnaround kill onto ZTQ. That was cheeky, but yeah, that ended up dying. Yeah, basically what happened there was that Spear comes down at the same time as the punch from the Tusk. And because you can go over wall, the arena wall, he actually got pushed up into the air, and the Spear pushes him over the wall, so it actually gets the Mirana out there, which is just absolute nonsense, but there we go. Sometimes Dota be do like that. Oh. Morphling. Oh, he's dead. He gets a beautiful arrow from 7E. Absolutely perfect. Nails him.
Yeah, but he did get the mid tower doing all of that. I mean, obviously dying there is terrible, but still. Mid tower, big tower to take. Now they gotta defend mid back though. 300 HP left on this. Feels like these teams are not that good at defending these mid towers compared to all the other regions, so. Everyone else is like throwing all their bodies into keeping that mid tower alive, but China's like, it's alright, it's just a tower.
It's cool.
Doesn't matter.
Roll forwards onto the TV, punching him up as well. Hookshot's going to come through as well. He does have that Sunder if he wants to get a bit of health back. They're not gonna do it.
Guys, no reveal. What is this? You're playing against Mirana. Even the position 5, not a single sentry.
Hmm.
Yikes.
Most questionable.
That's terrible. Yeah, if this was a pub game, you know Radiant is mentally checked out because someone on that team is non-stop pinging reveal right now. Here we go. Leshrac has Pangolier problems. That's what I mean. Leshrac get wrecked by Pangolier. You can't actually play like Lesh into Pangolier. It's just impossible. You just get bounced up non-stop and
You
then
need early
the
BKB,
swap
right?
does so much damage. Yeah, you do. This Lesh is going for
Again.
Yield first though.
Oh no. Oh
Shiro
no, it's
bottom.
the same team, same problems.
Next tower.
Yep. I'm sure Shiro, when he plays TB, he just writes down all the towers in like a list and just checks them off as he goes. Like mid tower, done. Bottom tier 1 tower, done.
Oh, 50 on top. It's actually gonna get cogged up too here. He already used the swash. She's dead. So they're gonna
See you
get that
later,
top
buddy.
tower.
Sweet
Yeah, the
while,
tower
sweet prince.
It's a good way to play Dota, I'll tell you that. Every meta, he actually went to a tower and took it.
Exactly. It's on the shopping list.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Now, Tiny and Lich, best buddies, best pals, looking for a little bit of action here. They're going to spot out this stack as well. Get down a ward and see if they can catch someone doing that with their pants down later on. Well, I mean, it's pretty impotent because the Tiny doesn't have Blink right now, but they can probably catch somebody out with Sinister Gaze and Frost Shield. Might be enough with the Chain Frost, and they're going for this right now, but there is a Leshrac standing right behind him. Arrow's actually going to fly through as well, allowing Meliodas to get off that arena. But that's about it. Just going to chill in the arena. No worries. Oh, Leshrac's coming. Oh, Daddy's coming. And now the Leshrac is going to jump in on the back lines here, and they won't actually get him out. A beautiful toss from the Tiny. Meanwhile, Shard's not enough to finish off ZZQ, but Tiny does give his life for his support. What an absolute guy. Rarely see things going that way around, but he tosses his Lich to safety.
I would have tossed that Lich into them. It's like, take him, not me.
Yeah, toss him in a different direction, just lead them off.
Take the position 5. Let me live. I mean, that Tiny was like 200 gold from Blink too, so he lost some timings there. So it's kind of unfortunate actually for this Tiny.
Oh man, what a guy, Tiny. He went down like a true hero, saving his support. Don't see that very often. Meanwhile, why not go for Vlad's this game? I don't know. Meanwhile, Meliodas.
Radiant are scanning.
Uh-oh, 5-9. They're trying to bait this rune here. But are they in vision? Yeah, he's 100% in vision, so that's a little bit awkward. I'm just going to take it and get on with things. Meanwhile, Tiny does now finish off his Blink after comboing that camp.
So it looks like DeMonster, or sorry, EHOME Mortal wanted to play around this area, maybe take it over so they can start preparing for Roshan. But the Mirana just drew a line. Let's go down to bottom. They feel like DeMonster are all playing on top, and in this triangle, there's no point to just stay there and, you know, do absolutely nothing. So just give DeMonster their timing to farm. Terrorblade wants to get that Scotty. That item is going to be amazing against the Morphling. And also, if the Leshrac ever goes for Bloodstone, that's going to be really good too. And now they're smoking all the way down to bottom to get a better positioning on this map. Control at least 2 lanes up here. This Leshrac TP or walk bottom, he's like, Morphling.
Morphling. He doesn't have the Agi going here, and he is going to get pulled off. What a kill from EHOME Immortal. That was a nice lockdown coming through. Now, looking over towards the Clockwork. Sleepy Clock might be in some trouble now. Has a hook shot, but can't find the angles, and he's going to get killed off as well, making it a nice double kill for 5-9 in the middle lane.
Meliodas at least doing some good stuff top with his Mars. He shoved the lane out. He got the catapult doing tower to this tier 2. That's gonna have to force someone on EHOME Mortal back. They popped the glyph bottom because the meta got popped. This might be a good timing for DeMonster to take a team fight, while this meta is gonna be going on cooldown very soon.
Yeah, and I feel like they do need to start fighting at some point.
They need to.
This Morphling has not got his Manta yet, but at the same time they are desperately running out of towers.
Invisibility.
And our bottom tier 2 was the next one on Shiro's shopping list. I would have expected it to be top tier 1, but there we go. Decent amount of damage done to it already as he continues to.
The tier 1 top is once he gets the Aegis. That's when he goes to the tier 1 top. If you couldn't get that early in the game, you know, the shopping list, he's got to put it back down later. To get it later.
Taking that tower is such a nightmare as well.
Oh yeah. You can get it during the laning stage, like early game before 10 minutes or something like that. But after 10 minutes, it's very, very hard because normally heroes are constantly running into that lane because they want to take your tower. So as a carry, you don't really want to be battling up against your opponent that early in the game. You just want to keep on farming, so you kind of just let it go.
Yep, and the tier 2 is really close to the tier 1 up here as well, so any TPs into here, you know, they're going to be joining the fight very quickly, and it's just got loads of juke spots as well, and moving in from mid's pretty easy as well. All in all, it's pretty tough. Wow.
You think this is one of the fastest Scotty timings? Because people normally don't buy this item.
10k at 17. It's not an insane net worth. No, I wouldn't have said so. Cause I'm sure
it's not
there's
about the net worth, but the fastest Scotty though. Like,
yeah, I know.
Is under attack.
I'm sure there's been competitive games where they've built Scotty first before. I don't know. Maybe we'll ping Knoxville and we'll see if he's around. Give us the info. Meanwhile, oh my goodness, this Pangolier being punched up into the air. Shiro, though, he's coming in here, and he's got a lot of damage. AR go for the TP out, and going to be cancelled out by the Pangolier, as he does break him down. But meanwhile, in comes the Morphling, looking for the return kill here, trying to play around it. The Pango fall. Oh, cheeky little kill here from the Morph, but now he's fighting into the TP. I mean, this is just like watching a child punch a brick wall. It's really not doing a whole lot. He's still going for it, though. Bless his cotton socks. He's committing. Meanwhile, we have a fight going on elsewhere, as, well, I say a fight, more like a slaughter, as they jump in and kill off ZZQ and the Tiny.
That's really good. They actually managed to kill 2 heroes bottom, get the toss top. Morphling also kicked the Terrorblade out of the lane. He really manned up on that. All of a sudden, I think DeMonster are starting to get some confidence in this game now. Look at the way that they're just pushing the lanes out. They're getting their items now. They got the Blink Dagger up on the Mars. Tusk is going for a Ghost Scepter, so he wants to stay alive every time he rolls on into the Terrorblade. Where's the Mirana been all this time? Just farming up. Maelstrom, BKB next item. See, this is the thing about Mirana, right? Sure, she's amazing early. She can do so much burst damage, so much magic damage. She makes all the plays. But once it hits the mid late game, like, she feels so bad to play.
Yeah, she does. She does. I mean, later on, when she gets that, at level 15, the elite attack speed talent is kind of like a timing for her. Meanwhile, the arrow's going to come through and just force the Leshrac off the target.
So the thing about Mirana is you gotta keep on snowballing non-stop, and you can't die either, right? It's a lot like Queen of Pain, but Queen of Pain got that late game level 25 Scream of Pain talent, which is super OP. But Mirana doesn't really have anything like that. Like, the arrows are cool, even the Moonlight Shadow spell is pretty cool. But you're still very vulnerable if you get jumped.
They're trying to bait Roche here. They really are. They try to smoke, but immediately getting jumped by the Tiny is Ahard. The arrow actually going to miss, so he's going to be all right. A bit of a false initiation here. As the Tusk is looking, the arena comes down. Pangolier tries to jump out of it, but now he gets held still to the wall, but not taking any damage because the Lich comes in. Chainfrost's going to bounce around as well, as they do be able to take down 5-9, and now the damage comes rampaging in onto Nelly. Just, oh my goodness, gets killed off by a stray Chainfrost. Meanwhile, inside the pit, needs to get out here, as does the Morphling, trying to find an arrow target, trying to grab the Mirana, isn't able to do so, and Mirana's going to turn around and start hitting him, but it is going to be a lost fight from DeMonster as they need to leave, and now the TP going to be cancelled out by the Tiny. Mirana, she needs to run, she's got one more lead, but gets feared up by the Lich, trying to turn around into the Morphling, running out of health, running out of life, the waveform away, need a little bit more, arrow's going to miss, the Tiny trying to chase him down, turns around the adaptive strike, but the reflection is actually going to be what secures them the kill in the end. Shiro will take it, and down goes DeMonster. 4 heroes taken away, and Roshan looking a little pretty, actually not that tasty, because they're about to run out of Metamorphosis. Let's see, Flare comes into the pit.
Pretty throwy, I think, because they're gonna come back and fight on DeMonster right away. Leshrac, oh, he is caught. Pango ultimate coming through.
Deary me, DeMonster, what is happening? How the mighty have fallen. They look so good, and now they just look a little bit sloppy. Crikey. Well, back to the drawing board, I guess, for the side of DeMonster.
You know what it is?
What's that?
Nomad, like, you have Mirana, right? It's just not really that cool of a hero. But then on the other team, you have like a Leshrac. So they both just cancel each other out. So in this game, we have to see, like, okay, let's look at the other 4 heroes on both sides. What's better? And if you look at that, you know, you're Immortal, they're looking quite good.
Hook shot. Oh, that was a nice one as they grab themselves a kill onto the Mirana there. A lot of burst damage coming down, and the little bunny rider gets popped.
I mean, she had like less than half health, right? Did she have any business
True.
chilling while Morph is alive? They're gonna go straight into the Roshan pit. This is a really good call here, I think. But once the Terrorblade illusion shows up, they might have to just back off. The Mirana does have a buyback. I don't think she's gonna want to use that though. Pretty expensive buyback.
No, I mean, they've got all the information they need, and they're even smoked up here. Kind of curious that they're actually trying to go for this, and in comes a Pangolier. He's rolling forwards here. He's not going to make it in time, though, as he is going to be able to get into the pit, but unfortunately, Aegis has already gone into the hands of the Morphling. Meanwhile, in the backlines, Meliadus is going to lose his life, and as is a clockwork, so they will get themselves 2 kills for their efforts, but losing out of this Aegis is a pretty big deal for the side of EHOME Immortal, as tiny Terrorblade huddling around the map. He's so cute.
The Morphing's Terrorblade.
Yeah.
You know you can go into into the other form. Like
Oh yeah, he's Morphling right now. Yeah, he is Morphling. He's got the Morphling spells, but just has Metamorphosis because it's a buff. Powerful demon with ranged attacks. Veto. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad to steal the Terrorblade form. I guess there's not really much to steal this game. I guess Shield Crash, if you can find the value, is a very low spell, but...
It would change into Tiny, I think, if you're Morphling.
Yeah,
Tiny is good, because you get that Avalanche Toss combo, then you can just throw the Adaptive Strike. A lot of people have been playing Morphling into the Tiny just because of that reason, because you get that big teamfight capability. Like, the early game, you just get the Morph, you can just come into the... You can just show up to the teamfight and steal Tiny's form. Because that's what all Tiny really is, right? He's just an avalanche.
He's just his first 2 spells, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's really just 2 spells. Like, this Tiny hero doesn't need anything else. Doesn't even need his last 2 skills, and he's gonna be okay. So, Morphling, I mean, you just get those 2 skills, and you're gonna have so much impact in the fights already.
Royalty coming down for the side of EHOME Immortal. She's going to do a little bit of scouting. Rocket's been thrown across the map by the Clockwork. And he just wanted to be able to come into the middle lane and quickly dispatch with this creep wave and then get out quickly. She thought they were baiting this, or just wanted to be careful in case they were. Very, very cautious on the side of EHOME Immortal. I mean, they are Aegisless right now. They know they probably have to wait down the clock and try and wait for those Aegis to time out before they try and go for anything big. Couple of pickoffs here and there perhaps, but no committing to full team fights 5-on-5 because that will not go well.
E-Blade, man, this E-Blade is a huge pickup, and the Terrorblade feels really bad that he's not the one who got the Aegis. Terrorblade's top! Oh no, did he get out?
Looking onto the Lich here, they're going to be able to take him down nice and quickly. Yeah, TV.
He's gotta run. Oh wait, they're not running. They want to kill TB top, and EHOME Immortal just decides to stay anyway. Because the vision. Oh, they have the ward there. They didn't deward it.
Ah,
Bottom.
I see.
They saw the heroes TPing top. Yeah, so they saw the heroes TPing top on the outpost, and then the ward bottom caught the Mars all by himself, so they decided not to TP out on EHOME Immortal. So, DeMonster playing a little too fast for their own good. They should have probably secured that bottom area first before they made their next move.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They will suffer a little bit for that one. They will, but you know, still in the decent position.
Wanted to use more smokes on the side of DeMonster. This is like the perfect timing. You got the E-Blade, you got the Aegis, you gotta keep these guys out of bottom lane.
Yeah,
Even the Marauder doesn't have a BKB. Went straight Mion there. Pretty easy target to kill.
Once his Aegis is down, I'm very concerned with the side of the monster, because you know that's our advantage gone, and once that's gone, you've basically just got a Morphling versus TB, where the TB is like hugely farmed, and he's got a BKB coming out to him now. I think. Is that what I just saw? It certainly was. My eyes do not deceive.
He's so farmed, dude.
God.
Oh my god. He has 5,000 gold on this Morphling. It's a full big item ahead of this Morphling at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got to have a solution to him. I mean, if somehow the Leshrac can get on top of him, you know, the TV is not going to feel like an absolute machine, but he's still got more than enough tankiness to be able to stay alive.
No. If the Leshrac goes on top of this TV, Leshrac is dying in like 3 volleys.
Oh boy, well, Leshrac is maybe dying already here, though. He actually has out the Yules, the arrow doesn't connect in time, and he is able to get himself away. I mean, this is the awkward part about the Mirana, right? Who does she actually have to set up for these arrows? Nobody. The Tiny tries to go in, but unfortunately the toss is just not quick enough. Oh, sorry, it is too quick. It doesn't stun for long enough for the arrow to connect.
Yeah, that's okay though. I think they're pretty happy with what this Mirana has provided in this game. Like that early game fighting capabilities, bought enough time for the Terrorblade to hit his big items. So at this point, I feel like Mirana has done her job. The Leshrac though, the Leshrac is not tanky, man. Even if he goes for the BKB.
Hook shot in. They're going onto the Tiny right now. He could be in some trouble. The arena is down as well. Meanwhile, ZZZ taking a lot of damage on the front lines. The Yule's out from the Tiny. They keep him alive longer than expected, but will still certainly fall. Another look for more. But in comes the Pango, rolling on in here, looking for a target as they look in towards the Mars, and it looks like they're going to ditch him here on DeMonster. They are done with this fight already, but are they even allowed to get out here as the Clockwork's in some trouble? He's going to get killed off by the boulder. Meanwhile, everyone else trying to get up to that high ground and are successful in doing so. Aegis is now gone, by the way, so they made absolutely nothing happen with this Aegis, and now EHOME Immortal are feeling very, very good about themselves.
If I clicked on my Terrorblade and he had this many items 28 minutes in, I would feel very good about myself too, Nomad.
Yeah, time to double down, I think.
This game is looking real grim for DeMonster here, especially because of Leshrac. It's such a big liability. Needs BKB, needs Shivas, and maybe even another armor item before he can tank up against this Terrorblade's damage output.
Yeah, and even then, like...
He needed that so bad. That's such a big item, actually, for the Leshrac here.
Oh, for Lesh, yeah, massive.
Yeah,
just a little bit of tankiness for him to maybe be able to do something in these fights, but goodness gracious.
This is what generally happens when you play Leshrac against TB. If you're not snowballing as a Leshrac and you're not constantly making the Terrorblade your little bitch, like, you're just gonna get killed off in the team fights because the high physical damage the Terrorblade dishes out. It's not like they have a Lich or something either, right? That can reduce that physical damage output.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah, this is where the Clockwork Tusk opener is becoming very problematic for DeMonster.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned before, you know, Leshrac needs saves. He's not a hero people usually associate with it, but I really do think that Leshrac becomes a much better hero if you do have something like the Oracle, or along those lines, Venge. Shadow Demon even a fantastic hero to pair up with the Leshrac for that reason.
I feel like Lesh is one of the bottom 10 worst heroes in Dota right now.
Big claim, big claim. Pantheon's being claimed across the map.
Got it. Dire's middle tower
is there anybody who's just like straight up unplayable right now? Oh, hold the phone here as they're going on to the Clockwork. Clockwork, well, he's gone. He's definitely put to sleep. 47 seconds, has the buyback. Yeah, who's unplayable?
Pudge? In competitive Dota? Pudge, I guess? I don't see any Pudges at all.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bloodseeker's kind of up there too.
Yeah, some teams have been trying to play. I know Skem's been playing a little bit of Bloodseeker, but yeah, every time I've seen it, it's been super awkward and pretty ineffective. Yeah. Right, going for the arrow. Oh, she gets it! She actually gets it! Oh, now in some trouble as the Mirana starts to unload onto the dude, but he's got the Bloodstone to pop and the TP away, Mirana. She's got another arrow, though. Doesn't be able to get it off in time, though.
Dire's top tower is under
Mirana weren't messing around. Just jumping straight on in there. And now the Daedalus finished up from the Terrorblade. That's huge. I mean, the crits into the Morphling, good luck.
Yeah, good. What's GPM at? Jesus. 755. Pretty high.
Pretty good, pretty good. Feeling pretty tip-top and healthy on Shiro.
There was a game recently where Miracle got over 1,000 GPM on Arc Warden.
Wow. Yeah.
It was against Alliance. That was crazy. You know what the second highest net worth on his team was? I think it was 400.
Okay.
Second highest net worth on his team was... Oh, sorry, not 4... the second highest GPM on his team was 400. Miracle had 1,000 plus. Yeah.
Blimey. Well, I mean, that's a 4 protect 1 strategy right there. That's indeed. That's how you got to play Arc Warden, basically. He has to be the only hero in your team that matters.
Very rare for us to see over 1,000 GPM on any core heroes in competitive Dota.
Yeah, we got to see one the other day, and we
awesome.
were very excited for it.
Radiant's middle tower
Spider
has
legs again.
fallen.
This is what Shiro's favorite item on Terrorblade has been, spider legs. He loves it so much. Even if there's like a Titan Slaver or a the lifesteal item. It's not coming to me right now what it's called. Paladin Sword, yeah, that one.
Paladin Sword,
He
yeah.
just takes the Terror Spider legs. He loves the movement speed.
Radiant's
Spider legs can provide for him, be able to chase heroes down.
Yeah, I mean,
His
you know,
penguin.
lifesteal is okay, but I mean, he's got a Vlad's anyway, and the damage is just completely negligible considering how much he's got as the hook shot comes into the backlines, going onto the Lich here, trying to turn it around, but the arena's actually blocking out all of the damage of the TB currently, so they will be able to take down the Lich first, but it looks like 5-9 is going to be a sticky end, man. Meanwhile, there comes a damage from ZQ actually getting these kills onto these targets. Meanwhile, Snowball finishes off as Leshrac comes in, trying to do some damage to the TB, isn't able to do so, and Planet now cutting off the escape off the Tusk. Tusk is going to get killed off, making it another one in the bag. They only really get the Pangolier and the Lich who buy back into it to make sure this fight's actually happening for the side of EHOME Immortal. And they are chasing for more. They are not done with this one. A toss forward, TB projectiled in. Now he's in some trouble. The Morphling having to pop that Dual Blade onto himself, trying to keep himself alive, but the fear coming through as well. Morphling, he needs to leave, but where can he go? The Strength Morph isn't enough. He's going to get killed off by the insane damage pumping out of this TB right now. And that is going to be 4 heroes dead and a dieback for the side of DeMonster. Actually, not the dieback, because the clock was the only one to buy back into this one. And now Roshan's going to go the way of EHOME Immortal, and it really doesn't feel like there's much left in the tank for DeMonster after this point.
This is so bad. They
Yeah.
tried to jump Lich, which is a perfect target, but their damage output just isn't quick enough. And this Terrorblade, dude, he was chunking through this Leshrac while he had the Bloodstone on, had to use himself instantly. The full duration of the BKB wasn't even done before this Leshrac even got brought down by the Terrorblade. There's nothing this Lesh can do anymore. I mean, this game, I'm trying to think of ways DeMonster can come back, right?
There's
They need to
nothing.
kill the Lesh, they need to kill the Mirana, but the Mirana has a BKB and a cheese now too, so there's just no possibility at this point.
It does
But
feel
I'm-
that way. I mean, that was a dream
Yeah.
fight as well, near enough, from DeMonster, you know? You wouldn't believe it. But getting the arena off onto the TB so he couldn't actually get off his damage is such a big deal. Like, he couldn't right-click in that fight. His meta and in the entire duration of that ultimate barely did anything. It only really caught the Leshrac for a bit, but all his projectiles were stopped by the arena, so it was actually pretty much 0 damage output for the first kind of 7 seconds of that fight, and it did make a difference. Another jump in and immediately getting that Sunder off onto the Clockwork and take him out instantly. Now the Mars trying to fight up on the sidelines. He's losing his life as well. Mars going to go down as well as ZZQ on the Lich. They get 1 return kill, but with these BKBs coming down, they're going to try and make it happen as they manage to kill off the TB through his first life. They have the magic damage from the Leshrac to do so, but now they just turn around and rip apart the Morphling. He is gone, out for 82 seconds, and I'm not sure. I don't know. It was a good try. They kill off the Terrorblade. They do manage to get him with the magic damage from the Leshrac, but you know, him not really popping the BKB has a lot to do with that as well. And now they're just looking towards these tier 4 towers, and with the Metamorphs that's available on the Terrorblade, they are not going to last a very long time. They are just falling under the insane amounts of damage coming out from Shiro.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower.
Rana jumping in, Tiny gonna follow it as well, and yeah, that's it. GG's called, and the series goes to EHOME Immortal. I mean, what a performance, this team. They look completely different. In the hands of this TB, they look near enough unstoppable, but, you know, there's still plenty of opponents left to go and plenty more ladders to climb in this tournament.